Yeah, that's right. You've seen this place before. You might not remember where or when, but one thing is certain. You know that this place is special. A long time ago I built this world by letting my Twitch followers order houses using channel points. Over time, extra requests came in, like this graveyard, so I built it and called it the Angel's Garden, a place meant to represent peace and tranquility above all else. People don't really know me on Twitch as a tree builder, but this one I called the Tree of Patience. I generally struggle with building trees, and one of my followers had to wait quite a while for it. Overall, I tried to give this graveyard a lot of unique details. Over here, for example, we have a stele. I placed a lodestone inside it, a kind of anchor point. The souls buried here should always be able to find their way back. The light of the many fireflies is meant to guide them. As you can see, there are many graves here. Most of them are similar, but some, yes, some stand out. They are special. Special graves for special people. One grave, however, is truly unique. The focal point of the entire graveyard is the grave of the Dark Dragon. To be precise, this large sword right here. Of course, this is not the real sword of the Dark Dragon. No, this is a replica, intentionally built on a massive scale. It serves as a monument to a hero who, at least officially, did a lot of good for his city. Then we have the chapel, which I also made a tutorial for. The chapel itself is quite special. Not only are regular services held here for the community, but it also hints at what the people of the city believe in. In my tutorial I talked about sacred symbols. On the left we see a sapling represented by these turtle eggs, a symbol of life. The sapling grows and flourishes just as the egg will eventually hatch and bring forth new life. In the center we see the dead bush, represented by a skeleton head. It's clear that these symbols stand for the death. All life eventually comes to an end, no matter how long it may last. On the right we see the totem of undying, represented here by the lily of the valley. This special flower symbolizes resurrection, making the perfect representation of rebirth. In general, I try to design the graveyard as realistically as possible. There's a tool shed for the gardener, as well as various items spread across the area. Right at the entrance there's a well, along with watering cans, wheelbarrows and trash bins. Of course, there are also benches for those who want to sit down and enjoy the peace and quiet. The building you see here is a small funeral home. My chat actually suggested this idea back then. It's a place where you can discuss what kind of gravestone you want. You can also go through everything important after losing someone and even have a coffin made for them. There's even a small crematorium for those who wish to be cremated. I thought it was a really beautiful idea, so I had to include it. I also tried to get a bit creative with the decoration of some graves. As you can see here, I went with something like a circular garden layout. There are several smaller steles and one larger one in the center. To me, this represents something like a family grave, where multiple people are buried together among the flowers. But probably the most interesting part is the dragon's tomb. The dragon himself was actually one of my followers. He helped me set up a mechanism. If you place an item into 3 specific urns around the graveyard, a hidden passage opens beneath the large monument, the Sword of the Dark Dragon, leading down into a crypt. The crypt itself is meant to be a final resting place. This is where the dragon is buried. I dedicated this place and the sword above to that follower because he helped me with the redstone. I felt like it was the best way to say thank you. I created a banner for the Dark Dragon, placed offerings and added stone statues to guard the chamber. And there's another secret hidden here, one that we might talk about another time. To close the hidden entrance to the dragon's resting place, you have to return to the beginning of the graveyard. Right here at the stele with the lodestone, there's a small subtle stone button. Pressing it reactivates the mechanism and seals the entrance once again. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. I tried something new. I know it was a little bit dramatic, I think. But initially I thought I would do something like a tutorial channel here. But I think I will do more cinematic stuff like that. You know, I have a big world and I thought that I would do something like a world tour. But instead of making a a 3 to 5 hours world tour for this humongous world that I built in over 2,000 hours of work. Yes, I have planned a big building here that I will do a video for. But instead of doing it like this and show everything, I will do it like you saw now, you know? So take the lore places in my world and make lore videos out of them. Yeah, you can give me some feedback in the comment section. I really would appreciate it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Invaders! On my cemetery! Die! Die! Well, haven't had one of those guys in a while. I mean, this is day 8,479 currently. Yes, give me some feedback in the comment section. I would appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Consider subscribing. I will do more of those cinematic stuff. I will try out some new things because I don't want to have a channel with only tutorial videos. I don't really enjoy producing them, to be honest. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a nice day and see you next time.
Ow.